Unoiram greng persia haing do thau ayo to Mukul sang ma lakam ba ka jing peteng ga jing ti do yang be anya ka jela kadai ka buj balek khnang gi brek bren ha ka Sorkar kumno ka Sorkar kam yo I ha ba shalan yaw do yang man kasngi kani kadai ka buj senti gi brek ba don ha ka bor la kno Dr. Mukul kani ki jingkran Dr. Mukul kalong halo ki jingji thang sku is jantia his dangsian ha ka ba lai fly ngut brek la yap na ka jing betai ka krem do yang ti be habakran mentak sengi Dr. Mukul la ong ba ka jingjia ka kring ya ki ba ka ri barok ko ya ka nam ba bha ka jela hendai ka ba ka lalong but nam sneu pen ban na ka ni ki jingjia wal ong ba ka ba byang tam ban pen kut ki kam be anya ka jela kham tam ka jingti deu yong be an kalong ba ka ni ka suka ka dai ban lek no si sundan lom kum ta ka jingti be anya deu yong kan yai beteng kat ba ka dang don hakabor wala ong ba ka ni ka dai ka but ki Riew Shalak ban yo kamai spa be an kat ba ka dang don hakabor kumba ki lale ban shuthit ya ki MLA na gwe par ki party la kan the ro ba ki a jing bit ro ban bu ki ka khana kuk haba khang yo do yong ai ka ni la bu jing kli na ai ki yo do yong haba la khang ya ka jing ti do yong Shushu Dr. Mukul ong ba ka ba batam kalong ba chang ba ka jala Conrad ki sang mau dai ban Hiar Shuki no halo ka jingkit kre om na mal ba udu ya ka jing bun pai bat ya ka jing Tohkit halo ka ni dai ban IT ha ki tenat ka Sorkar India namar ba ka jing Tohkit hapo ka jing pej ka Sorkar jela kan wanra ka jing altaten ba ka jing jingot ha ki pai ba ka jela katkum ka jing ong Dr. Mukul ka ba usiania kalong ba ka kasri kat ai ka jing bisa ka ba hok halo ka ni ki jing dia
Isn't it? That the issue of this illegality is not confined within the borders. And also, please remember the coal related subject. Is it not under the government of India? It is. It is. Therefore, the state government and union government, they are both equally responsible. And that's the reason why I'm saying, even this Commission of Inquiry Act 1952, when the scope of inquiry, depending on the kind of illegality and crime which they are inquiring upon, goes beyond the boundary, it has to be appointed by Government of India. Yes. Now you cannot say that, okay, Meghalaya has done so, I will not do. No, it is not. Because it goes beyond. Where is the coal being sold? Where is the coal being dumped? Is it not in Assam? Yes. Last ED raids, is it not across the state of Meghalaya and Assam? Yes. That means they already have the evidence. The leads. The leads have to be utilized to protect the interests of the state and the nation. Let it become a kind of precedence for illegality to thrive, and you allow mafia to thrive and so see a disastrous future. Well, we cannot allow this disastrous future for our generation next. Now let us again come by common sense. Who are the members in the Commission of Inquiry? Some officers of the state. Were they not in circulation when this illegality started? Now they may not be involved directly or indirectly, but then many of their colleagues, if there is a reason to believe that there is a complicity between the authorities and the perpetrators of this illegality, then what happens? Yeah, human nature, yeah. Human nature. Arey yaar, mera colleague tha yaar. You know, so there is a limitation. There is a limitation. The situation which has culminated into this level of illegality itself is a situation which will influence and restrict the overall expected end result. That is what I doubt. I may not be proven right, but then I have reasons to doubt because we have seen it in the past. Yes. Human behavior, human nature, human psychology, it's science. It's nothing new. How men behave, how we tend to behave in a given situation.
Will you ask for CBI inquiry in that case?
See, when we say, if you look at my content of the text of my resolution which was tabled, then you will know what exactly I wanted. So, therefore, unless an inquiry is conducted by such authorities who has nothing to do directly or indirectly in the whole administrative affairs of the government where such illegalities are going on, then only the actual truth can be expected to be part and parcel of the outcome of such inquiry. Otherwise, inquiry at the cost of time, resources. Yes. That's why I only leave my hope on the judiciary, because judiciary, I am sure, must have taken cognizance of the repeated incidents of this kind of illegality, and more specifically on the recent scales of illegality, which is reflected by whatever has happened in the preceding months. Therefore, I think we will wait and watch. We will wait and watch, because court can give an order. There's a precedence. When such illegalities keep on, showing repetition to indicate that the illegality is taking place with complete impunity, with no fear of law, then what happens? Then there's a reason to believe that they need to send a message which will itself be a deterrence, in order to protect the interests of the state and or in order to protect the interests of the people. See, one important thing is that everybody is duty bound, legally, constitutional, to protect the interests of the state. If anybody in authority is found to have compromised, while he otherwise could have prevented and protected the interests, protected the interests of the state, then it is a matter which can be legally persecuted as per the law. There are a number of Supreme Court judgments which revolves around this issue. Whereas when the person concerned in authority have not, means there is no proof to indicate any predetermined malafide intention nor any quid pro quo, yet since the officer concerned in authority have failed to protect the interests of the state, therefore he is liable to be prosecuted under the relevant section of blah blah blah. This relevant judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court is available. I have so many times referred to this same judgment and other judgment in the Honorable August House. So I would like to caution the people in authority, let them not take the law for granted. Let them not take the law for granted, because come what may, this kind of illegality which has damaged the reputation of the state and left a blot on the integrity of the people of the state, we will not take it lying down. Yes, we will watch their response, and since it is a complex situation now, the complexity is being created by the government. On one hand, the PIL pending in the High Court. On one hand, you have the Commission of Inquiry. Are they not making the whole matter too complex that it will never have an ending, until the next election? So therefore, it is necessary in democracy for every person to realize our respective responsibility as citizens. I love the people. Having seen what is going on, it is time that we must put an end to this. Unless he does it on his own, then the people will have to come and ask for his resignation. It is not enough for only the elected leaders to say that, okay, because of this you must take moral responsibility. Moral responsibility in terms of any such kind of fallout which is a result of mismanagement, complete pathetic failure of administration and governance. Is it not connected to now you will end up transferring one SP? How does it help? How does it help? Was the SP there from before? Because this illegality has not been happening to reach to this scale. The scale of illegality itself is a proof beyond reasonable doubt that there is definitely complicity between the authorities and the perpetrators of this illegal activity. Therefore, how will you stop it? You have to ensure that the people come out and then say that, okay, enough is enough. It is necessary.
So will you be bringing a no confidence motion now? Session is there.
See, there are many provisions of rules of procedure and conduct of business. One is to discuss on the adjournment motion. To bring a discussion through adjournment motion, it will not happen. We will have to have the number as well. Have the people given us mandate? They gave us, but then many have left, already gone there. So they know that in order to ensure that their scripted modus operandi can be continued, they have to remain in power. Come what may. Whether by, somehow getting MLAs to leave their own parties and merge with their parties by adopting whatever measures. See, the mandate of the people have already been broken by somehow this political poaching exercise. You saw 2 MLAs from one new political party merging with the NPP. Then subsequently you saw 3 out of the remaining 4 of the MLAs of Congress INC merging. Then subsequently the remaining 1 also merging. So therefore, this whole modus operandi, which also ensures their political stability through political poaching, this is also part of the modus operandi. The August House does not have the scope of discussing this because the rule doesn't allow us. Therefore, people who are in authority knows it very well. So they are weaponizing their knowledge about the law. If you look at the world, look at the mentality of the people, how many % of intelligent people weaponize their knowledge and intelligence to do harm and to benefit to self at the cost of, anything. This is how the usual human tendency of weaponizing knowledge and power. Now, therefore, having seen what is happening, I have reasons to believe that the people in authority do not have the intent to protect the interests of the state and protect the interests of the people. That is the most dangerous trend of this kind that we have witnessed in the state of Meghalaya. Never before. Never before. How many coke plants were given permission when there was no coal available? Who has given the permission? How many coke plants? Where are they going to get the coke? Coal as an ingredient, as a raw material. Is it not a well-planned, scripted modus operandi? It is. Now, therefore, if the ED has come up with those findings, okay, some trail of transaction, they should put a logical conclusion to those findings. Now, since those also indicate that this whole illegality in respect to illegal coal mining, their illegal storage, illegal transportation and illegal sale is not confined within the boundary of the state. It has gone beyond the boundary of the state. Therefore, Government of India must take cognizance of this issue, and all these inquiries or whatever decision they have to make must be shouldered by Government of India. Because, having said this, after repeated reminder that the Section 21 of MMDR Act 1957 is a cognizable offence. Go through the section and all the subsections. It is a cognizable offence. So whose job it is to take cognizance? It is not the job of a common man. It is the job of people who are in authority. Now, if they have failed to take cognizance, they must be prosecuted. Because if they have not taken cognizance, that means it proves beyond reasonable doubt their well-determined intent to be complicit in the process of allowing this illegality to continue, for whatever reason. Let us see this whole development from common sense perspective, not as a legal expert, for the purpose of making common men understand. If any case is pending in the court of law, we expect that expeditious disposal of the case is needed to ensure justice. Now here, you are talking about illegality which is against the interests of the state, which is actually depriving the state from scarce resources which otherwise should have accrued to the state exchequer, including including the overall degradation to environment, overall degradation to moral fabric, creating this kind of situation where more and more people will be gravitated towards illegality. You see? So now, if this particular case is added into this case, another illegality will be also added to this case. So clubbing all instances of illegality to be taken up by the Honorable Court, while the issues or the instance of illegality which has already been brought before the Honorable Court for its consideration, there will be no ending. So, no ending in terms of the disposal of the cases in respect of the so-called PIL which is pending before the High Court. Therefore, the government should have told their AG as to how this type of illegality of this scale must be segregated, not clubbed. Clubbing this means you will have a natural, by default, delay in administration of justice. It's a common sense, simple interpretation. Now you look at, when is the PIL filed? PIL before the Honorable High Court is pending for disposal since 2022. This is 26. Now, I will have to probably say and then meet the litigant that you withdraw your case so that we can take it up in the August House. Or we have to ask the Supreme Court to take cognizance of this whole illegality that is taking place. Yes. Since 2022, this PIL has been filed and government very cleverly is ensuring that okay, these all other new instances of illegalities are also clubbed in this same hearing. So there will be no ending. This is how I can interpret to the common man. You see? A justice delayed is justice denied. Therefore, I expect and I still have the hope in the overall wisdom of the judiciary that the Honorable Court will take cognizance of this and take recourse to a decision which should have its positive ramification to put a halt instantly. That is what is needed. And allow an independent inquiry. Now, the Commission of Inquiry Act 1952, we have had so many such inquiries. If the court is already having different methodologies of already collecting and compiling those instances of illegality that is taking place on a regular basis, one after another, you see that the committee headed by Justice Kataki, retired, is submitting. Now I think last report was 35. So 35. These reports are self-explanatory, reflecting the quantum of illegality. Therefore, what I'm saying is that every instance of such illegality of this scale must be segregated and separately tried in the court. Otherwise, another illegality will be there, this will be clubbed and this will be again. So, it will not have an end. Illegality is allowed to continue so that this case doesn't end. So, is it not a modus operandi well designed and well predetermined plan? I have reasons to believe that it is a predetermined, well planned modus operandi that this can be done so long as they continue as long as in power. Therefore, what is important today is that if you want to put an end to this illegality, this government has to go. So long you allow this government, this illegality will continue, mark my word. It has happened in the floor of the House repeated times when the attention of the government was drawn. How many times the Chief Minister himself, who is in charge of mining and geology, have with so much of confidence engage in denial mode. How many times? Count. Go through the proceeding of the August House. Therefore, now what is the scope for the elected representatives?